our problems are so large. What can I do? A common cry throughout time, especially now. And the answer of Jesus is quite surprising. He says, we can do a lot. You can pray, and that can change events. He tells us here in the Bible, in James, that one man called Elijah prayed, and for 3 years it didn't rain. Now, that might be a dramatic example of what prayer can do, but it does show what is possible, and the prayer of just one person can be very effective. The importance of prayer is also highlighted in Ezekiel, where God says he is waiting for someone to pray before he acts. Had one person prayed, history might have been different. So prayer is not just joining in with what God is going to do anyway. Prayer can actually change things. Do you want to be part of helping to change God's world? I certainly would like that, and I hope you do too. How do we do that? Please pray. But does the example of Elijah leaving you think, oh, I can't possibly do that. That's way outside my league. I'd forgive you if it might feel that way. Or maybe we even think, where do we even start? Please don't despair. A simple way to think about prayer is that prayer is communication between ourselves and God. And maybe that would be helpful to think about how communication works with humans. Think, for example, about how a toddler learns to speak. Initially, it's just a few words. Then the toddler learns to string those words together into a sentence, and slowly over time becomes more coherent. And there's even more than just learning words. The toddler needs to learn that it needs to look at people when speaking. It needs to listen as well as just talk. In the same way, prayer is not just words. There are also various other things around it that would be helpful for us to learn. It's not surprising, therefore, is it? There is so much for us to learn, and it's a lifelong process. Even we clergy still have things to learn, and will do to the end of our days. The key thing is then, how can we grow and be better at prayer? There are loads of books we could read. I've got many on my shelves over there. There are sermons we could listen to. I'll put one up online very shortly. And all of those things are good. But I think the best way that we can learn to pray is just like the toddler. How do they learn? They listen to people who can already speak and they copy. Prayer is just the same. And the good news is we've actually got numerous examples of prayer going on at the moment in Fivefolds. There are a whole range of different types of prayer activity occurring on different days and at different times of day. Please see the notice sheet for the list of when they are and who's leading them, so you can be in touch with them and get the details of how to join in. And please, if you're at the beginning of that journey of prayer, don't be embarrassed about that. Don't feel ashamed if other people's prayers feel a little more polished than yours. Just as a parent loves to hear a toddler in its first words, so our Lord God is delighted to hear us when we embark on that journey in prayer, and so will our human colleagues be. So please, do join in being part of that way we will pray.